Soul Garden.
Hello magicians, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. And before we dive in fishy style, a couple announcements. One, the Moon Goddess videos are available. These are based on your moon sign. If you don't know your moon sign, you can text Moon Goddess to 96362 and we'll get back to you. It takes a couple days to look it up, but we ask your date of birth and whatnot. But these are super affordable, under $4, and they will guide you for a full month emotionally. Check her out at soulmart.me. And this week we launched The Artist Shui with Nikki Bright. That goes live Thursday night. Come on down to soulmart.me as well. She recorded a video of question and answers and open house if you want to know some more information. Well, Pisces, we're in a very powerful time right now. If you're just now finding Soul Garden, welcome to the garden. Everyone is diving in. That's because everyone is ascending right now, trying to get to the next spiritual level. And for Pisces, this really comes down to focusing on your own resistance to change your own boundaries. You know, Pisces are so comfortable going with the flow of everyone else. But when it comes to changing boundaries for yourself, that's where Pisces tend to be remarkably stubborn. And it's also where you can lose control of your life. Now, we are in the Sun in Libra, which is the give and receive energy. Libra energy is the energy we use to basically keep things in balance or not. So if people are way out of balance, they're a little Libra crazy. If you're a Pisces, you use the Libra energy to manifest your boundaries. Now, in the first 10 days of the transit, this is all about when you can trust yourself or not. Drinking too much, staying up too late, or not enough, or anything like that. Self-trust boundaries. This last week and this week, you're going to work on boundaries in general, where you say yes and they say no, where you stop and they end. And this turns into our master shui, which is your ability to be intimate yet separate with someone else at the same time. That's a master thing to pull off, not just one night. Okay, so we're going to wrap up boundaries for ourselves this week, and we're going to focus on aiming in the right direction for intimacy. And we overlap on Sunday. Mercury is ruling the day, and the moon is in Cancer, so you are childlike. Your heart is focused on play, creativity, love, romance, that sort of thing. Of course, your mind is focused on where the boundary should be drawn, and on Sunday you might want to shift or change or innovate a boundary and give it a try. That's what part of Sunday is about. Looking at the planets, we do have this yod that I brought up in the last week horoscope for this Sunday. This yod means that as you move forward with two things. One, Venus and Virgo, the new relationship paradigm. Secondly, Mercury and Scorpio, your ideas and beliefs about it. So your relationships and your beliefs about relationships, this innovates your self-esteem. So hopefully on Sunday you walk out feeling better than you did on Saturday, feeling more valuable. Then on Monday, Venus rules the day and the moon is in the house of inner child. So you are sunny, creative, childlike, and fun. Monday will be a great day for the Pisces. It's an excellent day to do something creative, to put something in motion. Now you are working on boundaries, and so if you've had a problem getting past a boundary to get started or to pursue your heart's desire, well, there's a 2-for-1 sale right there, huh? So on Monday you might want to aim for those boundaries and go for it. With the planets, it's actually pretty quiet. One thing I do want to point out is Mars has moved into Sagittarius, which means for Pisces, it is go time with career. So it's time to go with career. This is the boost you're going to get with career. You'll get it again when the sun moves into Sag, later around Thanksgiving, but you definitely want to go for it now while you can. On Tuesday, you're going to be really happy. Sunny and clear-minded. Your home planet Neptune rules the day, so your psychic spidey senses are online. Emotions focus on inner child, but then shift into health and lifestyle. So by the end of the day, if you're having kind of any issues with your body, you should pay attention. But there's a lot of energy swirling around on Tuesday, starting with this soul pyramid in fire. This temporary soul pyramid unites your light from how you feel in the moment up to your career direction and to this part of you that's trying to innovate your self-esteem. So really, Tuesday's an excellent day to go on a job interview or to really kickstart your career, something that involves being paid better and living in the moment differently. But also a couple of other important trines wrap up on Tuesday. One, a trine between Jupiter retrograde in Gemini and your sun. In other words, this trying to get balance between boundaries and security. So hopefully by Tuesday you finally have struck a balance between your own sense of security and where boundaries have to be for security, some of the more basic boundary issues. And then this other trine too, which goes from Venus, your new relationship paradigm, up to Pluto. So Now you're finally maybe finding some nice synergy between where relationships are headed and how you see yourself in society. So Tuesday is a day where we really are feeling a corner turn with many things in our life that have been on hold. Remember, keeping that nice balanced boundary moment to moment, keeping everything fair moment to moment, that's the test in the background with all that passion going around with that grand trine. Then on Wednesday, it's a Saturn rule day. It's time to commit. In your case, committing to a certain boundary. Perhaps you've just been throwing it out there, but now you actually have to commit. In other words, commit to leaving, commit to quitting, commit to breaking up, commit to being married. But it's a commitment to a boundary, and this is a boundary that deals with overall boundaries in your entire life. So it's a powerful, I think, Wednesday. I think you'll be rather sharp. The moon in Leo makes you hyper aware of your moment. And with the planets, Mercury is kind of working in concert with this. So as you are making a commitment to a boundary, you're also committing to yourself a certain belief. So belief and boundary are united, and you're really feeling it with the moon in the 6th house or in the moment. Then on Thursday, it's a Mars ruled day. There is perhaps some anxiety. There's potential for anxiety. That's because you are feeling your emotions in the moment, and that Martian energy is aggressive. The energy is there to get you to push. What you want to do is enforce those boundaries you just committed to. You want to step or enforce or move forward or step away from whatever you are cutting away. But you're hypersensitive because that moon is in Leo for most of the day and then shifts into relationships. So it could kind of threaten your feeling of feeling balanced on that day. One thing I just want to point out with Thursday is just this alignment of all the planets. So as you are taking action with boundaries, you are also taking action with a belief, and you're also moving forward with career. This whole swoop here and feeling it the whole time. So that's what Thursday is. Taking action, taking action, taking action. It's a three for one sale. Then comes Friday, and this Friday is Love Fest Day, the most loving day of the month. That's because the moon will cross over Venus and allow us to receive some love. It's also a Mother Earth rule day, so the Earth will ground us. Hopefully the global temperatures aren't too high. And the moon has moved up into Virgo, so your emotions are sentimental and focused on relationships and fun stuff like that. Looking at the planets, whoops, I did it again, didn't I? Looking at the planets, a couple of things I do want to point out. For one, Love Fest Day comes from the idea that the moon will cross over Venus, and so our emotions can receive. A lot of times we hold our breath as the moon goes around our clock. We hold our emotional breath, but when the moon hits Venus, we exhale. We want to give and receive emotionally again. So some people have some subtle breakdowns, but these are happy tears usually. And as the moon crosses, you want to release what holds you back, and you want to receive love anywhere you can. So or anyone gesturing to give you love. Now in Soul Garden, we always tell everyone to tell everyone they love that they love them, because we know everyone's looking for love, and we want to remind people just to breathe in and out that love. So try to breathe in and out the love on Love Fest Day. We'll certainly remind you. But this square comes to a head too, and it might be the love that overpowers it. This square is a fear between your security being threatened by a relationship. Your security being threatened by relationships. So whatever that fear is of security being threatened by relationships, this should break on Love Fest Day. And what breaks it? Love. Surrendering to the love, receiving the love. Perhaps receiving love from someone in particular. Then on Saturday, we move to the Master Shui. We're now at 20 degrees and the moon will rule the day. It's a very passionate day. And from this point on, it is all passion that guides your boundaries. So it's the intimacy chapter of this. It's going to be a passionate Saturday for everyone. And where you stand in your emotions gives you a nice idea of what the final 10 days of this lesson will be like. If you're all over the map, you got some work to do to balance yourself. Now, planetarily, nothing super crazy to report except that you can see the moon heading for the sun. On Monday, we're going to have Light Cast Day, where we actually have to commit to whatever this direction is. Then on our final overlap Sunday, Jupiter rules the day, and I think it will be a vulnerable day for the Pisces. The moon will be in Libra. It's now on approach for Light Cast Day, 24 hours later. And this means you're now feeling where your boundary situation is. You are feeling whether or not you can trust. So if you are feeling anxiety on Sunday, this means your boundary work was not very well done. Not too late, 10 more days of the transit, but Sunday is revealing, I think, where you really stand with boundaries and how much you can emotionally trust. Another reason why Sunday's a little wacky, Saturn now clicks to 1 degree Scorpio, which means you have the strength to stand by what you believe. You might have been very wishy-washy, very Pisces-washy about living up to what you actually believe, but now that Saturn has clicked into this and put it into perspective, you're beginning a 2.5-year transit with Saturn and Scorpio. Moving forward with belief structure, but right now you have the strength to live by your current beliefs. So you're feeling that, and that's part of it. The one last other thing is Venus is at a magical degree there in Virgo, which means as you are feeling your ability to live by what you believe, you are also receiving a relationship, a significant relationship or marriage change. So Sunday has a strange marriage change or relationship change that's kind of slopping in at the last minute as you are about to commit on Lightcast Day on Monday to your boundaries, the ones you intend to live by. So I hope that is all clear to you. All right, my fishies, that's all I have for now. But don't forget, Soul Mart, we have so much stuff. Come check out the Moon Goddess. Come check out anything we have, and our office hours, which are free. It's 5 days a week. Until next week, live, love, be.
What does it take to find love these days? What's your greatest strengths? How do you love? I'll tell you all the nuances about you, dating, what kind of gifts you want, what kind of marriage you want, what kind of person you want to live with and don't want to live with, and of course how you love, how you lust, what you're drawn after, who chases you, and your greatest lesson, which is often a weakness. Your birthday love and lust report has that answer. We'll reveal your secrets on video at secretsofbirthdays.com.